I'm going to get started with edcite. So I'll open a new tab. I already have a Google search going for edcite. As a student, they could log in here. I'm just going to show you what happens when I log in. And I already have it saved. As you can see, all my classes show up. Now I'll show you in a little bit what happens when ordinarily you sign in. But for right now, what I would like to do is to create an assignment. So I'm going to go to questions. And when I click on that, I end up here. But I want to, and notice Browse Standards is open blue. So I want to do that. I want to go down to Massachusetts Science. Now the default is science. I don't know why default is science. It absolutely positively should be math. Just kidding. At least in my in my mind. So we'll go to grade 8, and I'm going to grade 8 because I am doing a lesson on 1- and 2-step equations, as well as using the distributive property, combining like terms. It's like kind of all mushed in, right? And although that's an 8th grade standard, believe it or not, it is also a high school standard in Algebra 1. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to look here, solve equations in one variable. I want to give examples of that. And as you can see, this gives me a lot of different options. All right, now, this just says solving equations, types of solution. Well, I already know that I don't want this. This is a good description here, not what I want. Question 6, though, just says choose the correct answer. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go on show full question. And when you get here, it shows this. Well, that's kind of neat, right? Because the kids do need to know how to do that. So I'm going to show the prompt only just to save space, but I'm also going to check that off. Sally is solving the linear equation. Her final 2 steps are, well, let's look at it anyways. What do we think? No, I don't think that's going to be helpful for me. Choose the right answer. What the heck does that mean? Oh, nope, I don't want that yet either. So I'm just going down, and let's see, which of the following equations has exactly one solution? What is the solution to the above equation? Let's check that out. Let's see what that is. What's the solution to the above equation? I don't even see the above equation. I'm sure it's here, but I don't see it. So I'm going to not use that. Let's see, drag a number. No solution. I'm going to go to next. And let's start up the top. And let's see if there's anything here that will help me. Find the value of in ascending order depending on the value. Oh, that might be it. Sheesh, that looks kind of interesting. And notice that it says I'm going to move these. I'm going to arrange these equations. Well, that would be helpful for MCAS too. So I'm going to click on that. And notice this is part A, so I'm not really sure what's going next. But I'm going to just add this and we'll see what happens. So over here, it says build assignment. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to build the assignment. I'm going to put a name in here. I'm going to say Unit 1. I am going to start off with the word algebra, which I keep forgetting to do. Unit 1. And I'm going to call this end of unit review, ticket to leave, because it's pretty quick. And I'll do that. I want to make this an active file. I also want to save this. I want to assign this, and I'm going to assign it to 3 of my classes. I'm going to put the start date as right now. So I'm going to put the 18th. It's 3:04. And I'm going to do that even though I I probably won't even give this to the 30th or whenever. But I'm doing this because I want it to show up, right? So I assign this to students. Students can also have a start code. I'm going to put assign. It's successfully scheduled to 3 different classes. I can manage the assignment. I can view live progress. I'm going to close right now. I'm going to go back to my home. And if you notice, it has now been assigned where I might be, end of unit review, end of unit review, and end of unit review. Now, a couple of things I want to show you. You can use a start code, which is right here. You could also give them the link, which is right here. If they have the link, notice that that start code is right at the end. What will also happen when the students log in is they'll see their assignment. That's one thing. The other thing is you can go here. You can view live progress. So this you'll be able to go right to the student and see how they're doing or if they've even opened the assignment. If you go to assign more and notice here, you can change your start and due dates. Now I'm going to go in here as a student. You can see what the student sees here, but I want you to see, well, let's see. Let's see if I go into, yeah, I'd rather do it this way. So I'm going to create a new tab, and I'm going to say edcite.com, and I'm going to log in as a student. And this is my information, but what I did do is take a student's. So I put STU, whoops, it'd be helpful if I get rid of myself. All right, so I'm going to have STU, and then I'm going to put in a student's code. And their email address. And I had all my students use their STU number, their email address, and I also had them use their STU number for their password. And if you notice, when I sign into this student, her assignments are right here. She has not completed the initial assignment. I don't even think she was in my class yet, but it just showed up. And then here. So if we go here, she'd be able to start that assignment. It would say, and so she could go right in here. Now, let me go back, and I'm going to just log out as the student. And notice that's back to my information. So I'm going to go into algebra, and let me show you where I put this information. So if you notice here, we have classroom information. I click on that, and these were some of the sites that I was going to use. Some I have and some I have not, so that I'll probably get rid of them. But edcite sign-up instructions. We were lucky enough to have a colleague create a video on how the students sign up for edcite. And then down here, I have an edcite login page link. So they would go right here. Again, if the student logged in here and logged in, she would go right to that page that I just showed you. I hope this has been helpful. If you need anything else, please let me know. The other part of this is to see what I see. So I'm going to go back to my home page, and I'm going to go on something that we've already done. And I'll look at student progress, or yeah, I'll manage, and I'll look at student progress. Oops, that didn't work too well. Let me try reports. So if you look here, I could look at live progress, and I can see students I can see exactly what they've done. I can see which students have not taken this at all. If I log down, it'll tell me. I can preview the question. Now, this was a previous test, obviously. The other thing I could do is I could look at how many were submitted out of each one. And if I go back to this assignment, when I log in here, it would let me preview what my assignment was. And let's just go back and look at that assignment that I just created, the end of unit review. So we'll look here and let's look at it as if we were a student. So the student will get this, and remember they could also use a start code. And there are 2 questions. Answer everything before you submit. So the student would have to answer this. Is the solution positive, negative, 0, or no solution? So if I did this right, here I would have positive, and I'm just going to make everything positive, just so we can see. And then we would go over to next question. And this is a great drag and drop, and I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to say here, and it says, congratulations, you have finished, just like MCAS does, right? And then I'm going to hit submit final answers. Are you sure? Am I sure? Yes. I want to end the test. And it says, congratulations, you successfully submitted your assignment. Oh gosh, I only got a 42 though. And then it shows me what I got or what the student got wrong. So it's a great tool. edcite is really neat. I hope you enjoy using it.